body. We have body. So when you are writing a report in a letter form, okay, you will start as usual. You add their address, okay, you add there the date, you add there the salutation, and then on the subject, now after writing the subject and you to indicate this report to so and so. Are we together? Then after writing that subject, is where now you will start, is now where you will start in the body utaanza na term of reference, and in term of reference utaanza kuelezea who requested the report, what the report is all about, and how did you come up with the scope of that report, okay? Then you will also come up with the procedure that you use to collect that information of that report, okay? Kama ilikuwa pro observation, okay? You say there that I use only observation to come up with this information. Kama ilikuwa collecting information from someone or through interview, you also state there, this is the method I used to collect the information in this report. Then finding, after now using observation, what did you find out? Then you conclude. After concluding, where you'll be requested recommendation, you write there recommendation, but where you have not requested, utachia hapo kwa conclusion. Are we together? Yeah, so we say, the format is always adopted. The format is always adopted in short report. This format is always adopted. It's always adopted in case of a short report. In case of a short report. Short report will continue. Short report. The subject is included in the above body of the letter. The subject is included in the above body, the letter, above body of the letter, and the content or body, and the content into bracket body, the content or body is usually arranged in the following order. Is usually arranged in the following order. Number one, terms of reference. Terms of reference. TOR, which was a question asked in May 2019. May 2019, question 7A, define term of reference. Define term of reference. Term of reference. So you say, this forms the opening paragraph. This forms the opening paragraph. This forms the opening paragraph. And it mentions, the request. It mentions the request for the report, comma, the scope. It mentions the request for the report, comma, the scope of the report, the scope of the report, and the scope of the report, and the formal statement that report is being submitted, and the formal statement In Roman 2, we have procedure. Procedure. Say we say this refers to methods. This refers to methods of investigating method of investigation used to collect the information, e.g. consultation, consultation of expert, inquiry, test carried out, and any other method. On 3, have finding. This means the fact as ascertain the information collected. This means the fact as ascertain the information collected. Perform, have conclusion. This is what a reporter deduces. This is what a reporter deduce or interpret from the fact collected. And lastly, we have recommendation. Say, this means a statement. This is a statement. A statement of the reporter suggesting on what should be done, if this had been asked, on what should be done in future, This is only applicable where a reporter is requested to give a recommendation. Terms of reference. So those are the reports in letter form. Roman 2, we have a report in tabular form. Report in tabular form. Report in tabular form. You say this format is adopted in the presentation of a long detailed report, Material fact in the report are classified and grouped under headings and subheading. Subheadings are classified and grouped under heading and subheading to simplify the reader's task. Say another point. A table of content is made make the reader task easy by giving him overview. The idea of the report. Report in tabular form enable the reader to to group the essential information on the first reading. Group essential information first reading. Number 2, to understand the relationship between various parts of the report. Number 3, to select part of the report he may be interested in. And avoid reading through the entire report. Avoid reading the entire report. What in tabular form? Begin with the title page. Begins with the title page. Title page. And make this table of content. Table of content. And gonna terms of reference. Terms of reference. Terms of reference. Then others now from finding method and whatever, they are now what are represented in tabular form. Are we together? So after writing the table, the title page, table of content, and last terms of reference, then the next one now you come up in form of a table. So kama hapa utaweka aspect, hapa utaweka aspect, hapa ni procedure of finding that aspect, okay? Hapo utaweka finding, hapo utaweka conclusion, then hapo utaweka nini? Recommendation, kama utakuwa umeandika recommendation. Then hapa naweka kitu kama appendix, kama umequote kitu yoyote kutoka nje, appendix. Anything you quoted maybe from another article or from whatever, you can put it there. That's what we mean in tabular form. That's how the arrangement of the tabular form look like. That's what the arrangement of the tabular form looks like. Then after making this table, after finishing the table, hapo utakuja chini uandike kuna summary page that summarize the entire report, summary page. Utakuja uandike hapo. Then you can also put there initial of the writer. That's how report in tabular form looks like. Then the last part, we have report in paragraph form. Report in paragraph form. So tabular form and paragraph form, they are only applicable where there is a long report needed, okay? Tabular form and paragraph form, they are only applicable in where they need a report in a long form, a long and detailed report. Kama ile report you are taught to write a report on how the expressway was made. You must bring it in this way because it's too long. Are we together? Yeah, you must put it in this way, or Roman 3 can also be put in paragraph form. Report in paragraph form. Report in paragraph form. You say this is a simple presentation of a long report in numbered and paragraph. This is a simple presentation. A simple presentation of a long report. A long report in numbers and paragraph that require that are headed, that are headed. The difference between paragraph presentation and tabular form is that in paragraph, is that the paragraph are given in numbers, for easier identification, alongside the heading, i.e. we have introduction, but terms of reference all other terms of reference, then you start finding maybe the procedures, conclusion, all those procedure, tuko na findings, tuko na conclusion, but this one are now given in paragraph form. You write their conclusion, then you write whatever you wanted to write in conclusion, and also you write their recommendation. You write what you wanted to write in recommendation. Are you together? Yeah, kama aspect 1 naweza chukua aspect 1, you write procedure, you write finding, and you write conclusion. Then you come aspect 2, also you give it in that way. Are we together? So that's the only difference between the paragraph form and tabular form, but both of them are used to present the long report. Are we together? Both of them are used to present the long report. So let's check on purpose of a report. Purpose of a report. Subheading hapo. Purpose of a report. So generally, if you all know this is the general purpose of a report. So report can be used maybe to give the findings about a certain aspect or give the conclusion about the certain event, okay? Yeah, kama kuna kitu ilifanyika hapa, you are told to give a recommendation on what happened on that. You write it in form of a report, okay? So purpose of a report depend on these four. So number one, we can say a report can use to provide information. It's used to provide information. About an event, or action. Number two, we are talking about, it's also used to provide idea or an opinion. Number three, what may also be used to report the fact. Number four, a report is used to provide the recommendation. So all of those are the uses of a report. Also, you can write conclusion. or appendix about the certain report. So format of a report it was a question November 2016. So it's just the same thing, but now you can be asked about that format, November 2016. So format of a long report. Kwa November 2016. I hope kila mtu ako na question paper, question 5B. Kwa November 2015, question 5B. So long report tumesema number 1 it has a title. Number 2 it has what? Identification of a report writer, report user, and date. Also number 3 we have what? Confidentiality part. Number 4 we have content page. Number 5 we have terms of reference. I.e. it should explain why report is being written. Should explain why report is being written. Then also it should also explain not only the purpose, not only the purpose of the report, but also not only the purpose of the report, but also restriction on its scope. Then number 6, we also find source of information or method used. Source of information or method used to collect the information. Method used. Number 7, you should come up with we have finding section. Have conclusion. Also have recommendation kama utaitishwa. Also we have what? Appendices, and lastly we have summary, report summary. So short report iko tu na hizo vitu tano zenye tumesema. So we have terms of reference. We have what? Procedure. First of all inakuja na title. Then terms of reference. Number 3, procedure or method. Use. Number 4, we're talking about findings that you find out. Number 5, we are talking about conclusion. And lastly, recommendation. Sometimes you can also be asked about the formal planning of steps involved in planning of a formal report. Steps involved in planning of a formal report. It was also a question in 2016. 20 what? 2016, question 5B. Give the steps involved in planning for a formal report. What step could you have given? So check my steps. Steps involved in planning of a formal report. Report. You write, you say number one, define the problem and the purpose of the report. Step one, define the problem and the purpose of the report. Define the process and the purpose of the report. Nani Diana andika hizo hauna? Define the problem and the purpose of the report. Define the problem and the purpose of the report. Number two, define the audience. Define the audience. Define the audience. Define. So step one, tumesema define the purpose. Problem, define the problem and the purpose of the report. Purpose of the report. Number two, define the audience. Define the audience. Define the audience. Define the audience. Number three, do what? Define the audience. Determine the idea to be included. Determine the idea. Define the idea to be included in the report. Number five, you do what? Also, collect the information. Collect the information. Number four, collect the information. Collect the information. Collect the information. Number five, sort and evaluate the information. Sort and evaluate the information. Sort and evaluate the information. Evaluate the information. Number six, organize the information. Organize the information. And then come up with the content. Come up with the report content. So this was a question in November 2016, question 5B. November 2016, question 5B. So I hope kila mtu ako na question paper. That's all about report. That's all about report. So you can also check something on proposal. Also check something on proposal. You can also check something on proposal. Also check something on proposal. Also check something on proposal. So you say a proposal is like a business plan. A proposal is like a business plan, which is usually prepared to schedule all activities and function. To schedule all activities. A proposal is like a business plan, which is usually prepared to schedule all activities and function to be undertaken on a certain object or business. To be undertaken on a certain project. To be undertaken on a certain project or business. be undertaken on a certain project or business. Be undertaken on a certain project or business. The project plan will give the reader all information needed. The project plan will give the reader all the information needed. The project plan will give the reader all the information needed. All the information needed about the activity you have in mind, about the activity you have in mind. Characteristic of a good proposal. Characteristic of a good proposal. Number one, the need for the proposed activity is clearly established. The need for the proposed activity is clearly established. The need for the proposed activity is clearly established, preferably with data. The need for the proposed activity is clearly established. Clearly established, preferably with data. Number two, the most important idea highlighted and repeated in several places. The most important idea, the most important idea are highlighted and repeated in several places. Number three, the objects of the project are given in detail. The objective of the project are given in detail. Four, there is a detailed schedule of activity for the project. There is a detailed schedule, A detailed schedule of activities for the project, or at least a sample portion, at least a sample portion of such as a complete project, complete project schedule. Number five, right? Collaboration with interested party. Collaboration with interested parties in planning of proposed project. In planning of proposed project is evident in a proposal. Is evident in a proposal. Number 6. Say number 5, collaboration with all interested parties in planning of the proposed project is evident in the proposal. Evident in the proposal. Number 6. The commitment of all involved parties is evident. Commitment of all involved parties. Commitment of all involved parties is evident in the proposal. Number 7. The budget and proposal narrative are constituted. The budget and proposal narrative. Proposal narrative are what? Proposal narrative are constituted. Number 8. The use of money are clearly indicated. The use of money are clearly indicated. The use of money are clearly indicated in the proposal narrative. The proposal narrative. The proposal narrative, as well as in the budget. All major matters indicated in the proposed guidelines. All major matters indicated guideline are clearly addressed in the proposal. Then all government procedure have been followed with regard. All government procedure have been followed with regard to matters such as civil rights, comma, you have compliance and protection. Compliance and protection. Then and write the last one. Zingine utaulizwa zaidi ya 10 ama zaidi ya 5. All the direction given the proposal guideline have been followed carefully. All the direction given in the proposal guideline have been followed carefully. Another one. The length is consistent with the proposal guideline or funding agency expectation. The length is consistent with the proposal guideline or funding agency expectation. Lastly, the budget explanation. The budget explanation provide an adequate basis for the figures used. The budget explanation provide an adequate basis for the figures used in building the budget. Type of proposal. Ilikuwa swali, was it last sitting? Yes. August sitting. Kwa last sitting ama August sitting? For day class. So utaandika hapo tarehe ya leo, then you sign. Next to your, niandikia hapa tarehe ya leo, then you sign. So you can list them. Number one, we have business proposal. Number two, we have research proposal. Number three, we also have technical proposal. Number four, we have informal proposal. Number five, we have informal proposal. Number six, we have solicited proposal. And lastly, we have unsolicited proposal. So let's define what they are. Nani akona question paper? The CPA communication skill. Type of proposal. I don't remember the year, but of recently. So business proposal nisaidie. Hiyo. Nani ako nayo? Aliniambia mko na question paper, ziko wapi? Ama ni watume mwende hapo kwa photocopy mchukue. Can I send you immediately? Yes. So business proposal, you say, is a written scheme from the seller to prospective customer. It's a written scheme from the seller prospective customer. It's a written scheme from seller prospective customer. is to fulfill the requirement of the client. The main purpose is to fulfill the requirement of the client. Number two, research proposal. Number two, research proposal. What is that research proposal? It presents and justify ideas and the practical. It present and justify the ideas and practical ways in which it can be solved, It analyze and synthesize. It analyze and synthesizes. It analyzes and synthesizes the existing research about a particular topic and describe the solution. It analyzes and synthesizes the existing research about a particular topic and describe the solution Number three, technical proposal. Next class, ukikuja class hakikisha uko na question paper. Are we together? Hakikisha uko na question paper ya communication skill. So that tunaenda tunaangalia maswali inatoka wapi ama maswali inaweza kuja aje kuhusu proposal na ishasetiwa aje. Next, technical proposal, you say it is a document that lists and defines the technical requirements. It's a document that lists and defines the technical requirement of a contract or project and explain the approaches and plan formulated to address them. And explain the approaches and plans formulated to address them. It's a document that lists and defines the technical requirement. It's a document that lists and defines the technical requirement of a contract or project and explain the approaches and plans formulated to address them. And explain the approaches and plans formulated to address them. Then number four, we have formal proposal. Number four, we have formal proposal. We say a formal proposal, a lengthy proposal that are written mainly for big projects. Formal proposal. They are lengthy proposal that are written mainly for big projects. It is written usually in manuscript format. It is written usually in manuscript format. Manuscript format. Number five, informal proposal. Informal proposal, you say. Non-formal proposal are brief proposal. They are brief proposal. Non-formal proposal are brief proposal. Non-formal proposal are brief proposal that are usually written for small projects. that usually written for small projects, and it is in printed form, letter or memo format. It is in printed form, letters or memo format. It is in printed form, letter or memo format. Number 6, solicited proposal, solicited proposal, solicited proposal. Ya hiyo swali ilikuwa, was it August? August 2022, differentiate between solicited and an unsolicited proposal. So solicited proposal is a proposal written in response to a particular request. It is a proposal written in response to a particular request from a client. It is a proposal written to a particular request from a client. In response to a particular request from a client is a proposal written in response to a particular request from a client. Then the last one is unsolicited proposal. Is unsolicited proposal, you say, it is a written proposal without any request. It's a written proposal without any request. A written proposal without any request. Uses of a proposal. Uses of a proposal. Uses of a proposal. Number 1, they are used to initiate new project. They are used to initiate new project. They are used to initiate new project. Number 2, they provide fresh idea. They provide fresh idea. Number 3, they solve a problem. They solve a problem. They solve a problem. Number 4, reinforce innovative strategies. Reinforce innovative strategies. Number 5, to conduct the basic research before developing a new plan. Conduct basic research before developing new plan. Number 6, to modernize the office procedure of the organization. Modernize the office procedure of the organization. Office procedure of the organization. That's the proposal we are talking about. So those are the uses of proposal. So let's also come to content. Content of a proposal. Content of a proposal. Content of a proposal. There's also a question, proposal. There's also a question in November 2020. Okay, there, November 2020. Question 5B. Also November 2018. Question 6B. November 2020, question 5B. Also November 2018, question 6B. So I just list them. A good proposal has 9 parts. A good proposal has 9 parts. So part 1, good proposal has 9 parts. Part 1, the statement of the problem. Statement of the problem. Statement of the problem. Statement of the problem. You say this section Include a clear and concise statement. This section. Include a clear and concise statement. This section. Include a clear and concise statement of the purpose or goal of the project. The purpose or goal of the project. Number two. We have literature review. Literature review. Literature review. Literature review. Say a proposal should reflect the writer's understanding. A proposal should reflect the writer's understanding of relevant bodies of literature. A proposal should reflect the writer's understanding of relevant bodies of literature and where his or her study fits in the content. And where his or her study fits in the content. This part should be comprehensive. This part should be comprehensive. This part should be comprehensive. Then number three, we have conceptual framework. Conceptual framework. Conceptual framework, you say. In this, the writers provide his or her own perspective. In this, the writers provide his or her own perspective. Comma, what theory or concept that will guide the study? What theory and concept that will guide the study? What theory or the concept that will guide the study? What theory or concept that will guide the study? Number four, another content, we have hypothesis or research question. Hypothesis or research question. Hypothesis or research question. Hypothesis or research question. You say, following the description of the conceptual framework, description of the conceptual framework, there should be a clear statement of research hypothesis. There should be a clear statement of the research hypothesis. Which is research hypothesis. On a description of the phenomena to be examined. Research hypothesis on a description of phenomena to be examined. There should be a clear statement of the research hypothesis on a description of clear phenomena to be examined. Another point, depending on the requirement of the solicitation, the hypothesis may be stated informal or formally. The hypothesis may be stated informal or formally. Number five, methodology. So it's a content of a good proposal. You say this section consists of a description of a plan. This section consists of a description of a plan for collecting and analyzing the data. Consists of a description consists of a description of plan for collecting and analyzing the data, for collecting and analyzing the data, for collecting and analyzing the data. Number 6, task structure or scope. Number 6, we have task structure. Task structure or scope of work. Scope of work. Scope of work. Task structure or scope of work. Task structure or scope of work. You say this section indicate exactly what should be done. This section indicate exactly what should be done. The sequence of the various activities. Okay. Then the approach should be indicated who will be responsible. The approach should be indicated who will be responsible for each part, of work, and who will be responsible for each part of work, and who will be responsible for overall coordination, and who will be responsible for overall coordination, and who will be responsible for overall coordination. Number 7, staff and institution. Staff. Number 7 is staff. Staff and institution qualification. Institution qualification. Qualification. So institution we are putting there in case the proposal is written in the institution. One, two, three, four, five, six. Then you say this section include full discussion of the qualification. This section include full discussion of the qualification and experience of the proposal staff. This section includes full discussion of the qualification and experience of the proposal staff. Sometimes it is useful to include a brief summary of the staff experience. Sometimes it is useful to include a brief summary of the staff experience in the management plan. Sometimes it is useful to include the staff experience in the management plan. And to attach complete resume for each members of the team. And to attach the complete resume for each member of the team. Then number 9, the last one. Budget. The last one is budget. You say budget. The project budget should include clear and reasonable estimate of the cost. The project budget should include clear and reasonable estimate of the cost for each element of the project. And there should be enough supporting information. To indicate how the estimate were developed, and there should be enough supporting information to indicate how the project were developed. And let's look at the last part of this, preparation of a proposal. Preparation of a proposal. Preparation of a proposal. We say, writing a proposal. So it was a question November 2017. Indicate there November 2017, question 5A. November 2017, question 5A. Can say, writing a proposal is similar to, but not exactly the same as drafting a persuasive essay or producing a report. Writing a proposal is similar to, but not exactly the same as drafting a persuasive essay or producing a report. Steps. Number 1. Steps or procedure number 1. A proposal should define a problem and describe a solution. A proposal should define a problem and describe a solution that will persuade a busy reader to support it. Number 2, employ facts, not opinion. Employ facts but not opinion to bolster the argument for approval. To bolster the argument for approval. Full stop, you continue. Research similar plan or project research similar plan or project and cite them emphasizing their success. Research similar plans or projects and cite them emphasizing their success, and how your proposal will solve weaknesses, and how your proposal will solve weaknesses. Next, analyze your plan or project, comma, analyze your plan or project, comma, demonstrating possible outcome, demonstrating possible outcome, demonstrating possible outcome. Number 4, any discussion of financial or other resources, any discussion or financial or other resources should be conducted carefully, and should present a realistic picture of the expenses required. Any discussion of financial or other resources should be conducted carefully and should present a realistic picture or expenses required. Number 5, the last one. Be meticulous in writing. Be meticulous in writing. Be meticulous in writing, comma, editing and designing of a proposal. Be meticulous in writing, comma, editing and designing of a proposal. Revise necessary to make it clear and concise. Revise necessary to make it clear and concise. NB. A proposal should include the following summary. A proposal should include the following summary. Roman 1, executive summary. Hyphen, you say, state the rationale for putting the proposal. State the rationale for putting the proposal information, effect, and summarize the proposal. Into effect. State the rationale for putting the proposal into effect and summarize the proposal. Roman 2, statement of need. Hyphen, detail why the plan or project, comma, the proposal recommended is necessary. Detail why the plan or project, the proposal recommended is necessary. Roman 3, project description. Hyphen, explain specific of the plan or project. Explain specific of the plan or project. Explain the specific of the plan or project and how it will go into effect. Also, how it will be evaluated. Roman 4, budget analysis. Provide and explain How the plan or project will be financed. Provide and explain how the plan or project will be financed, and categorize annotating operating expense, annotating operating expense, annotating operating expense, and categorize annotating operating expense. Then the last one is organization detail. Organization detail. Organization detail. If the proposal is being submitted to an outsider party, if the proposal is being submitted to an outsider party, provide information about the beneficiary. Provide, you are going. Provide if the proposal is being submitted to an outsider parties, provide information about the beneficiary, organization including its mission, its stakeholder, provide the beneficiary about the beneficiary organization including its mission, comma, its shareholders, and who it serves, comma, the scope of the program and services, the scope of the program and services, the scope of the program and services, the scope of the program and services. That's bring us to the end of that topic, as well as written communication as a topic. That brings us the end of that topic, as well as written communication as a topic. So I have here some only 8 questions concerning proposal and report. You can go and try them, then utaleta. Ukitaka full scope ndakupatia. Unaweza enda ujaribu in our next class. Kesho tuko na class ya makeup. Wale walimiss topic 1 na topic 2 tunafanya makeup kesho saa 8. So go and try, then come up with, can I give you full scope? You'll write on them. Yeah, go and try in our next class. Please come up with them.